So with every day that passes by in this world that we live in, there's always going to be someone new out there that's just now deciding they want to get started on their credit building journey. You can be a young teen who just turned 18, or you can also be an older adult who is just now deciding that they want to start building or rebuilding their credit. Either way though, I've helped plenty of people of all ages achieve their credit building goals because I do have 10 plus years of experience in this field. So no matter what your age is, I could definitely help you and give you some good advice when it comes to wanting to build your credit. I've seen an insane amount of people out there make a lot of mistakes when it comes to building their credit. So what I want to do in this video for you guys is go over 5 mistakes that beginners make out there when it comes to building their credit. And not only will I be going over the top 5 mistakes that newbies out there tend to make, but I also will be going over things you guys should be doing instead, so that way you guys can boost your credit score the fast and the right way. So if you guys are interested in knowing what mistakes you guys should be avoiding, then make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, so that way you, sir or ma'am, do not miss out on any good financial information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford, and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so jumping right into it, the number one mistake that people make out there when it comes to building their credit is they're not getting added as an authorized user on somebody's credit who has good credit, or they just simply don't know about it. For those out there that don't know what an authorized user is, an authorized user is someone who's been added to a credit card account by the primary card holder, aka the card owner. The reason why you guys want to do this is because if someone has a good credit history on that particular credit card that you guys are being added onto, then all of that good credit history will now be your credit history. But when doing this, you kind of have to be careful because you have to watch out for 2 things. One, if you're added as an authorized user on somebody's credit card, double check with the credit issuer to see if it reports authorized users to the credit bureaus. And 2, if you're going to be added as an authorized user on somebody's credit card, make sure that they have a low credit usage and they have a pretty decent high limit as well. Because if they have a high usage on that particular credit card that they're adding you onto, then this can actually damage your credit score more than what it already is. So only ask to be added as an authorized user with someone you guys personally know that definitely takes care of business and that's super responsible. Also, whenever you guys get added as an authorized user, you do get your own credit card, so that way you can make your own purchases on their same credit card. But to be honest, nobody really does it for this reason. What people really do is they just add someone as an authorized user so that way they can have a better credit score for the time being and get approved for things that they're applying for while not having access to the actual physical card from the primary card holder. Usually the primary card holder keeps the authorized user credit card, so that way the person that they're adding onto can never make purchases on the card owner's behalf. So this is definitely a good way to start your guys' credit building journey because you'll be able to get approved for things on your own because you have some kind of long history now. And this has actually become a really popular thing to do for parents out there who want to help their kids start building credit at an early age. So by the time that their kid is like 20 years old, their kid already has a 750 plus credit score, and I've seen this happen plenty of times personally. So if you guys are new to building credit, the first thing I would do is ask yourself, do I have anybody out there that has a good credit history that will let me be added as an authorized user on their account? If you do, then definitely take advantage of that. But moving on to the second mistake now that a lot of people out there tend to make when it comes to building their credit. The second mistake that a lot of people tend to make out there is they're not banking with a credit union. The reason why I say this is a mistake, you guys, is because credit unions just simply have so much to offer you guys. For the majority, most credit unions out there will offer you guys something called a secure credit card, which is actually a very powerful financial tool that you guys can use to start building or rebuilding your credit. And the way how a secure credit card works is you have to put an initial security deposit down, and that same initial security deposit will then become your credit limit amount. For example, if you guys put a security deposit down of $500, then you will have a credit limit of $500. Then all you would need to do is make on-time payments for the next 6 to 7 months, and then your credit score is going to rise significantly because all of those payments are getting reported to the 3 major credit bureaus, which are Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Then once your credit score rises, they're going to graduate you from secure status to unsecure status, which is pretty much a regular unsecured credit card to where they give you the credit limit without putting an initial security deposit down. And then once you guys graduate, you are going to get your deposit back because it is refundable. But the reason why you guys want to get a secure credit card with a credit union versus a big bank like Wells Fargo or even Bank of America is because when you guys graduate, they're going to give you a higher credit limit down the road. Credit unions tend to be more relationship based, so the better relationship that you have with a credit union, then the more they're going to do for you. Big banks will give you like an okay limit, but credit unions are always going to give you a high credit limit down the road. And I know this for a fact because I have a lot of clients that I personally work with, and whenever I take a look at their credit profile, I always see the highest limit credit cards that they have are coming from the credit unions versus the actual banks. So you guys have to get in with a credit credit union. Because another thing that these credit unions have that most big banks out there do not have is something called a savings secured loan, which actually brings me to mistake number 3. You guys need to have some kind of installment loan on your credit profile if you guys are trying to raise your credit score. And the easiest way to get one is from a credit union, because they're usually the ones that offer these products. And they kind of work almost the same way how a secure credit card works, but almost a little different. When you get a secure savings loan, you would also put an initial security deposit down that also gets refunded back to you as you pay, minus the little interest. But with each on-time payment that you guys make every month, those are going to get reported to the 3 major credit bureaus that we talked about earlier, which are again Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. But the reason why you guys want some kind of installment loan on your guys' credit profile is because 10% of your credit score is made up of your credit mix. The credit bureaus want to see how well you guys are with juggling different types of credit, so they want to see that you have both installment credit and revolving credit. Revolving credit is going to be your guys' credit cards, and installment credit is going to be your guys' installment loans. And this is low-key why you always see people out there financing jewelry or even financing expensive tools from companies such as Snap-on, because they need that installment loan that's going to report to the 3 major credit bureaus every month. Like, I don't know if you guys seen this before, but sometimes when you're at a jewelry place, they have financing options, and they're like, oh yeah, you finance the jewelry, it's going to help build your credit. The reason why they're saying that is because that's an installment loan, and installment loans get reported to the 3 major credit bureaus. And if you guys are making on-time payments on those items, then your credit score is going to rise. Now, the 4th mistake that people out there tend to make when it comes to building their credit is people are forgetting to make their payments. You guys have to keep in mind, whenever you're building credit, you cannot miss a payment, because if you do, all you're doing is just restarting the clock over again by a whole 6 months. So if you guys are 4 months in and you forget to make a payment on your secured credit card or your secured loan for whatever reason, that's not going to look good to your lender or other lenders out there. Because whenever you apply for something in the future, other lenders out there are going to see that you have a recent missed payment. And if they see that, they're not going to give anything to you guys. They're going to see your missed payment when you guys try to apply for something with them, and they're going to be like, wow, this person is really trying to apply for something with us. Why should we let this person borrow money if they're known for missing their payments? You know what? I'm actually going to deny this person. And then you're going to be like, why did I get denied? Huh, that's weird. No, it's not weird. You missed a payment, so, that's justified. So what I would recommend to do is either 1, set up an auto pay, or 2, set up a reminder on your phone a couple days prior to your payment due date. But the last credit building mistake that a lot of people out there tend to make is you're not educating yourself and you're not doing your own due diligence. Like, for example, a lot of people out there tend to get a secure credit card so that way they can start building their credit up or whatever, but what they're failing to realize is that you have to keep your credit usage under 30%. But the reason why I say you guys want to keep your credit usage under that 30% mark is because 30% of your overall credit score comes from your credit usage. But pretty much the higher credit usage you guys have, then the lower your credit score is going to go. But the lower your credit usage is, then the higher your credit score is going to go. So ideally, you always want to be under that 30% mark. Like, for example, if you get a secure credit card with $1,000 credit limit, then I wouldn't use no more than $300 on that secure credit card. Or another example, if you guys do end up getting a secure savings loan, then I would have it for a couple years and not a couple months. So if you guys are really interested in building your credit and you want to do it the right way so that way you can get high limit credit cards down the road, make sure to always do your own due diligence. Or if you guys want to, I do have a mentorship program that I offer, so that way I can help and guide you guys in the right direction, so that way there's no hiccups and I can help you guys get to where you guys need to go. So if you guys are interested in that, send an email to my business email, justmoneyish@gmail.com, saying mentorship, and I'll speak with you guys there. And also really quick, for those of you guys out there who messed up your credit and now you're trying to rebuild it again, but it's kind of hard because you got derogatory items on your credit report like charge-offs, late payments, collections, all that kind of stuff, send an email to my business email, justmoneyish@gmail.com, saying credit repair, because I do have an amazing credit repair person that I work with that can definitely help you guys out. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found value in any of this information as always. If you guys want me to fully break down everything that makes up a credit score so that way you guys can have a 750 or 800 plus credit score, then comment the word credit score in the comments below and I'll consider making a video on it next week. And also really quick, for those of you guys out there who currently have an LLC and you're trying to get funding for your business so that way you can scale it and take it to the next level, send an email to my business email saying funding and I'll see you guys there. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We're at 67,223 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, but if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards, how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit. We talk about real estate, we talk about mortgage loan programs, we talk about all that. So this is your one-stop shop. And also really quick, for those out there that do not know, I am a licensed real estate agent and I'm also a licensed mortgage loan originator. So if you guys are trying to sell or purchase a home and you're in Southern California, all my information will always be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.